first game, game one. We're kind of put right into a mid-game fight. Look at this pressure by Clix. This pressure by Clix is excellent. They're getting absolutely, basically full pressure by the entire lobby. This could end up being really, really bad, but they're going to get the surge. Really, really fortunate right there that he ends up getting that elimination. But they tell him to just play the body. But look at his heals. 6 minis, 5 bigs. Now look, we're at 52. First game. Remember, this is final, so game number 1. Good recognition above. They triple spray this. This is a huge part of trios, is triple spraying. They killed him, dropped him down. They're going to be really, really smart. Play with the body. Probably would want to do that in hard mats. Doing it would maybe get you sprayed. Tell them to spray the loot down. Love Clix kind of gets out here and tries to capture all the loot. And then they drop another one down with how laggy these servers are. And notice how they bring the body. They tell them to land down. You're actually going to see that Kreo is going to be the IGL of this trio, with Illest and Clix being more the fraggers. And you're going to see the power of low ground throughout this entire video. The low ground, the way they play it, absolutely is so good, because they have so many mats. They use all their mobility and they can play ahead. They're trying to save splashes because they're anticipating a heal off, and this is again something that does happen, especially in trios in these stack games. This is really good. This is what getting ahead could do for you. And then they end up just triple spraying back. They're on. Look how much space they have as well to operate. Right? They don't really. They're 1 in hard mats, so they control a ton of space. They can hear people breaking in, and they could check around. But then this also makes it difficult for teams to rotate in. Really good stuff from Kreo. Kreo gets a nice solo box, and then what's really, really smart, pick up the body, bring it back into the tarp, because sometimes in the opponent's body, his trio mates can go. I'm not sure if they got rifted or they rifted on their own, but look at Clix's loadout, almost max, 6 shocks, bouncers. I don't see them losing. And really good job from Illest and Kreo to basically shockwave to height, not shockwave, just to dive on height and opposite. Illest calming that he has floppers. And so with those floppers, he goes in, tank storm, establishes height. And now you're going to see a very common aspect of trios, which is basically called split tarping or split. You'll usually have 2 on the same layer and then 1 on ultimate high to deal with rifters. Deal with anyone that's bouncing, anything like that. This is a good way that you can hold height. And you're going to see Clix exactly bouncer up there. So, Kreo, you hear comms there. Hey, Illest, let's get these kids above us, or below us, off close to our lair. And notice that split again when I was talking about. Notice how Kreo and Illest are on lower layers, and Clix is holding that ultimate height. Notice how no one's challenging him because of this split, because if anyone lands on Clix, you have Kreo and Illest that can pop back up. So really good stuff. They're playing this extremely well. Good pressure. Another thing that's also really, really good about this split tarp phenomenon that you see so common in trios is that it allows you to get a ton of different angles on opponents. If you have 2 down here that can look at all different, and then you have one that's really, really high up, they can see a little bit better. So this type of split really, really allows for a significant amount of angles. With him staying up allows him to conserve his mats as well. He's super duper stacked. Now they're giving Illest all the heals in case for a heal off. He has 10 floppers. He basically tells them that we're fragging. They end up switching positions. Illest wants to play more heal. Let the mouse and keyboard players kind of get into the thick sticky. Clix absolutely whiffs his shots. 2v2 and what ends up happening, Kreo, they're just spraying the absolute heck out of this opponent. person. Shockwaves down. Illest is still in height. They've created a top-down split, one pressuring the bottom. This is more of a zone wars now than anything. Illest sitting on height, and then Illest ends up popping off, but they were preparing for that end game. A little bit split difference. You see Kreo kind of being more of the quarterback. Kreo making an excellent call to fry these kids as they come in, and they get to kill. Harpoons, again, a huge, massive part of trios, especially in these stack games. They allow you to get loot that isn't even yours. And notice that you can see harpoons flying everywhere. And it's a little bit of a meme trying to get all these bricks. And now they get a little bit of a refresh of mats. They're fortunate enough to get zone. They have bouncers, at least in Clix's loadout. We don't know what else they have. Kreo does a good job of coming. Hey, come to me, come to me. I think maybe a little bit of a bad decision. I don't know their materials. It seems Illest like is low on materials. Kreo again kind of being the quarterback, the leader of the team. They're going to say shockwaves. Even realize to, hey, go in the middle. They bounce her shockwave. Clix does an excellent job of getting back to with his trio. That's what you need to do sometimes. When you get isolated as a solo in trios, your number one priority needs to get back to your trio. So mainly they're all out of hard, so they're already looking for refreshes. Notice those comms right there, right? Look, they don't have a ton of hard materials. It's like, okay, I need a refresh. I've got to get a refresh as soon as I possibly can. That's exactly what happens. Tell them to go right. Good elevation change. You could hear Kreo say we need to go up or go right. Nice. They get a nice little impact. And notice how they're together. Bouncers a little bit. Isn't that good? And then Clix just decides to tarp with the extra mats. Now Clix taking over the tarp for the first time, but he notice also where they are, right? They're on dead side. Like look at all this space to the left. That's all they have to worry about, right? They're hugging storm when it's the dead side in these 6, 7, 8 night moving zones. It's because they're hugging storm. Like there's two sides that are going to be close to storm. But notice how, again, they only have to worry about what's on this side. So Clix is right currently, but left in actuality. Again, Illest coming looking for a refresh soon. Good comms. They say in my box, editing. Exactly what he's doing. You really need to be precise in those situations. You see Illest get cracked. They tell him not to fight that. They do a good job of just going a different way. This ends up becoming super scuffed just because of the terrain. They don't have enough mats. Nice cracked. And then unfortunately he ends up getting taken out. But dies to Uzi. It's more of a trade, but look, 28 health on Kreo, around 20-ish health on Illest. There's just nowhere they could go. The terrain ends up being absolutely horrendous because they're going up a hill, and they get a 10th, which is not that bad. Yo, what's up, Zoocology? How you doing? All right, we go into first moving. And look at complete difference between this game and last game. Last game, they're sitting on ultimate low. This game, in 5th, they're sitting pretty much on ultimate height. Good awareness from Kreo. It's like, if we go this way, we're going to have to do this. Already kind of trying to prevent. Comms, hey, focus this on my marker. Again, same thing. They kind of have Clix is staying alt. So Clix stays up 90% of the time. Comms from Kreo saying, hey, focus everyone on the air. Kreo says, I'm going to really good aim. There's so many kids in the air. Clix kind of just basically randomly shooting in the air to maybe trying to assuage people from diving down. Good stuff from Illest, getting a fry as well. He's just kind of spraying all around, just trying to get them away. Does a really good job right there. They ended up, Kreo does a great job, and that's exactly why he was like, y'all focus on people in the air, I'm going to get ahead. And then as soon as the other people landed in Storm, Kreo just ends up coning them, keeping his height, and then they end up having an excellent position to get placement as well as getting frags.
Two up. Six up.
Comps for Kreo, how many? Good comps from Illest. I got shocked off. I'm gonna shock back. Really good crack. Nice, gets him off shield. It's split. Good comps. Need mats. Splitting mats. They don't have a ton of mats, but there's so many layers above everyone else. They're gonna be able to maximize this very, very well, if I do remember correctly. So no hard mats. It continues spraying down, pressuring below them. Comms, hey, good. I don't have AR, need AR. He immediately listens. Really good comms. They said they have to play same layer, and what's the difference? Why do they have to play in same layer? They don't have the mats to basically play any split layer. With combined them, they only probably have around 20 materials. But look at the difference between being on high ground, how much better it can be for you saving your materials. Not saving your materials, but just getting placement, right? You're not going to be as challenged as much if you really focus those rifters. The only thing that's going to really just ruin it is a shockwave. It gets ahead to some old builds, luckily, and notice how they're just kind of cranking out placement. They're not really getting any impacts. But they're a significantly better game than the last one just because of their early positioning. They've held height the entire time. Good. It's just continuing pressure. Just continuing pressure. Really great job from Clix. That's such a nuanced little thing. Great job by Clix. He jumps to ulti. He gets 2 flops while he's healed. He gets another pick on low. Tell him he's got good mats, and he gets up. Great frags from Clix on low. We're going to tell Kreo. Kreo's going to play ultimate. He might have splat. Yeah, it gives him splashes, so he's going to play heal off while others focus on eliminations low. Good recognition for Clix as well. Reloading before trying to commit to anything. And unfortunately, Illest ends up killing Kreo. And that's a GG's. But look at the difference right there. They were sitting about, I would say less than 10 builds between the 3 of them. And they ended up just recycling old layers, really just kind of carefully tarping ahead and forth, maximizing their placement. And look, they get a nice second place with a couple of kills along to go with it. Unfortunately, kind of looks like a throw in what was a 3v1 situation with Illest. I don't know, shockwaving or do whatever, killing Kreo to fall damage, but that's unfortunate. But we're going to game number 4 now. They have a victory, a 10th place, and a 2nd place. Good comms. Say, hey, I need impulse. Comms that is split on you. This is just, everyone looks the same. And a nice pickup right there. Good comms, he needs to heal.
Full box. It's all you. Yeah. Come to me, I can shockwave us up. Yeah. Actually, wait, no. Go down. I'm big it. Phone.
Clix tells him, hey.
Unconnect this part. Hold on. You gotta unconnect this fucking part. Yeah. Alright, I'll unconnect
Get this person to drop.
Bro, he keeps connecting.
Falling.
Crack him. Wait.
Decides to immediately go
Storm's coming.
We gotta hurry this up.
after the crack. They tell him he's got to hurry up. Really good recognition.
Going up.
Storm's coming. You don't want to get storm held, especially in these super stack lobbies.
Spraying him, Illest. 28 crack, Illest. Spraying his back.
I don't know why this opponent would make that edit. Clix is clearly watching him. And then they're gonna shake him and then allow Illest to eventually get the frag. Just because you can see where he's at. And then Clix gets 1 mini out of it, and they get Surge for the rest of the game. And they get some more points with eliminations. They have Riftfish this time. So an easy rotate. Now, I'm going to turn this up just because I want the comms to be heard. Because Kreo's kind of the quarterback of this situation.
Okay, the whole time. I'm marking zone.
Marking zone. Notice he's marking as it moves along.
Just stick on that kid.
They tell him exactly what to do. Stick on that kid.
We should probably dive left side.
Cobbs, okay, we should probably dive left side. Again, Kreo being that IGL, the quarterback, telling Illest and where to go.
One guy's right here.
Okay, cool.
Alright, what do I do? I'm gonna
Can we dive left? Dive left.
Diving left.
I tell him to dive left.
I'm gonna land here and place floors, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is he diving left? Look how much extra space they can play with. If they dive right, look how convoluted. If you were to cut the screen in half, look at the entire left. There's space to maneuver. He goes, I'm going to land here and start placing floors.
On our same layer.
Literally goes in the same layer.
No, we're chilling.
And look at that. Now they control all of this space on a...
I'm refreshing
And-
real quick.
You even heard Kreo. Oh, they're so dead side. Exactly, right? That's where the dead side is. Of those two sides, it's hugging zones. So they don't even need to worry about worrying their back right there.
I did.
3, 2, 1,
Let's go.
Triple spray comms.
Full spark, come.
Immediately stop triple spraying. Because they gotta pull forwards.
Chilling.
And then they tell them to go all the way low. Why? Again, look at how much space, right? Convolution can be your worst enemy. And they go back to playing this low.
Straight.
With the Riftfish, with them saving all those materials early,
Come. Clix, come.
they have those mats to really maximize low. So that's exactly what they do.
I took one with us.
And here's another, hey, we got a
31 people left,
Riftfish.
31 people left. 14 teams
Alright.
left. I have 4 flops. So like, if you get to endgame, like last zone.
We're the only ones up in the air. We have to dive.
Diving left.
You said only ones in the air, we gotta dive. Another good decision. Look at Kreo again, making the decision to go left. Why left? Again, look at all the space that they can control.
Yeah.
Go.
And they do a good job of getting together. They're in zone.
Bouncing. I went all the way low.
Okay.
I'm all the way low.
They tell him that he's going all the way low. So giving that mid-gear position.
Yeah.
I want his own. Here, nice. Perfect.
This gets them ahead. They're playing ahead, playing down. Maximizing their placement, staying together. This saves them materials as well.
Okay, next zone. If we don't pull, we have.
On our layer, by the way.
If we don't pull next zone, Kreo already predicting what's going to happen. If this happens, we're going to do this. If this happens, we're going to do this. That's just good markers of IGL already predicting what can happen and how they're going to attack it.
Took it, box.
Nice. I'm in. Dead.
90 dead.
Are you good? Any of you guys shockwave? You good?
I want shock.
Listen to me. If we don't pull, we have to shock.
Okay.
If they don't pull, we got a shock, so that's the play if they don't pull.
Okay, give me light ammo.
Dead body right here. Getting it.
Get some materials. I like the decision not to go all the way down.
It's go up.
No, I know we're chilling. Trust me.
I have so many hard.
So Illest again trying to say, hey, we need to go up here. Kreo's we said we're so good.
Right here, behind you.
I got it. He's always. No. Illest come up. Oh, you're just
Okay,
on
He goes, Illest come up is the only
Look
one.
at me, Illest, look at me.
Really good recognition right
I
there.
have harpoon.
Okay.
Behind you, Clix.
I'm dead. I'm good. Oh.
Comes for Kreo behind you.
Good.
Watch out, brothers.
Using his splashes. That was a little bit of unfortunate.
Okay, I'm 1 HP.
Kreo could have maybe calmed earlier.
Flash.
Okay.
I have 4 bombs. Watch out.
In our box.
Unfortunately, he has to build right there.
One up.
This layer becomes a little bit scuffed. This is sometimes a problem with low ground, but they're navigating it very, very well.
I'm 1 HP. I can't.
Come right.
I'm right.
This is so very scuffed.
I
Don't
got
edit.
No comms from Kreo, don't edit. They're just kind of creating, taking.
Dead.
Great job from Illest right there. They just kind of bullied that kid.
I need one.
I have flopped. I have Chuck Splash. Come in zone, Illest.
Okay,
Illest, come in zone.
Let's go, let's go.
I have
Good
4 Chuck
comms.
Splash.
Okay, I'm dead.
Okay.
Does a great job of still just kind of prolonging this as long as he can on ultimate low ground. Eventually dies. Illest kind of taking floppers.
They have nothing.
Go for a siphon.
Tells him to go for a siphon.
No way.
And unfortunately,
Kill that kid.
and GG's, they get a where to dive, little nuanced things.
I don't have a lot of mats for this.
Game 5, okay, so Kreo says we don't have a lot of masses, that's where we're picking up. But they riff fished again.
Marking high.
We're above surge.
They are above surge, so again, don't have to worry about psychoing in early. Marking Zode.
Stay above this guy. Actually, no, this guy's. Yeah, okay, they bounce it.
Let's go.
No.
Clix wants to go. Kreo says no.
Ready to dive left. Ready to dive left.
Yeah.
Calm to dive left again. Look, more space on the left side.
Everyone's diving left. Land here.
All left,
Right on my
all left.
marker.
They land on ultimate low left.
Okay. Dead.
Nice.
Shockwaves. There's shockwaves. Get the loot.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
the
gonna
loot.
get it.
Hey, let's go.
Do a great job right there of licking up, picking up somebody. And then immediately Kreo does his thing, starts getting a ton of space.
I didn't get him. I did mats. Give me mats.
Another thing you see right here is why is he tarping all the way in into this particular moving zone? Because either way that zone pulls, the more spaces he control, the easier for him to go a certain direction. If he already controls space this way, he can go that way. If he needs to continue on, he can. If he needs to go to a different direction, at least he already has some tarp or some space and tarp to move with. So that's why he's starting to
Come left.
go in more towards middle. Comms, go left, go left.
It goes up into Coliseum.
Really good recognition. Again, on dead side, their entire left side does not need to be blocked off because it's storm. Kreo does a great job of quarterbacking this layer switching, getting them nice and up.
Give me mats.
Right here.
No, we're good. Just stay on me. Stay on me.
Oh, fuck, okay. Yeah, I just
They tell him to stay on him.
Fucking dying right now.
I'm on his feet.
Fall Vic.
But look at all this space that Kreo has generated to get him ahead. It allows him to get heals off, allowing him to pop 2 bigs. Clix using a little bit of his materials.
Yo, look right here.
They look back, trying to frag.
50 crack dead.
Good stuff from Illest, getting a nice little free pickup in zone.
Here, gotta go. We gotta go.
They don't have as much materials as they probably would want.
Goes back.
And again, this is the fortune of tarping in deep.
I do.
It
Where?
doesn't mean so much. Look.
You gotta open.
Yeah, but there's a kid right below us.
Probably should calm that he's going back and looking for. Tell them they got a cup.
On my wall. Box.
Hit it. I went down.
Dude, we can't.
I got some.
Everything kind of just.
I'm dead. Play
I
like.
have bullseye off.
Okay, I'm pushing up.
I did, but only one.
One HP on height. I'm getting a body. I got a body.
Hey, come up to me.
Really good stuff from Illest.
Yeah.
They kind of get split. That's when you see Kreo go down.
No,
Yeah,
he's
I'm there,
mad.
Nice.
Nice map. I got a lot of mats.
So Illest takes over. Illest gets a very important frag with that shockwave. Good comms that he's coming out.
Give him a big pop. Pop a big pop.
Okay.
Pop a
I'm
big
just
and then
9
you
builds.
up.
Wait, kid right here.
Here, take.
Wait, hold wait.
Yo, follow me, Clix.
Good comms from Illest. Follow me. Notice again he's tarping ahead.
You gotta give him some mats. He only has 70 builds.
Take the wood.
I can't, not yet. Alright.
Alright,
Go
go.
for it.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
for
going
it.
now.
The comm, they're going for height.
One super high.
They can make
I'm
that.
on fight.
Good stuff from Clix, getting height right there.
No, he's 1 HP, bro. He's not. I killed him.
Okay.
It's all you.
Nice.
Play the body.
Illest gets a nice little frag.
The body's right here.
I don't know where the body is.
I marked it. Red marker.
He gets fried a tad bit.
He's gonna bounce her.
Clix only has 6 builds. They tell him to play placement.
6 builds. He dropped on flop. He's
Gets more health out of it.
Spray.
Gets ahead.
Nice.
Blocks him with a shockwave. Doesn't get it right there.
No builds. Or one build.
And gets fried in the back. But another top 5. Really good stuff from Clix and them right there.
Copy bouncer to you. Be there in 2 seconds.
Good comms. I've shockwave bouncer to you. I'm coming. I'll be there in 2 seconds. They're obviously having split tendencies
31 white.
to get maximize their loot.
I hit him 100.
Hit this one for 31 white.
They're both on you.
580.
Good stuff right there.
90 crack, dead.
Almost works that kid.
Box. 20.
Gets it. Doesn't overcommit into the box.
Illest.
This guy's
See, wait.
It's all you. Nice.
Pussy.
he almost gets Scrubby. Scrubby gets him really, really low. Gets the finish. They somehow get Kreo up. They're keying around Slurpee. Love spraying through.
36.
Where are they?
God, such a good edit as he's backing up. A classic Clix peek. Good recognition. His scars are reloaded before he jumps down. Glass getting crapped.
He's dead in 2 seconds.
Gets him nice and cracked.
Dead.
Beautiful. That guy's looking
20
lost.
white.
Yo, we're burning.
Dead.
Gets another
80
crack.
white. Full 80 white.
Okay.
You're getting great.
Turn it back.
We're getting third party.
At the end of third party, they tell him to get out. Good stuff from Kreo right there to get him out of that super scuff situation.
They're both 80 white.
Well, they don't overcommit, but they got a ton of surge. Going for a snipe late game, you usually don't see it.
How was that not our wall?
Oh, they took it from.
Illest gets fried.
I'm gonna
Drag him.
Drag him.
Drag him.
Gotta build ahead and drag him.
They end up just getting sprayed a bunch. They tell him just to.
Let me die. I'm almost dead. In 4 seconds, I'm dead.
If you get to me, I'm dead.
Kreo,
Clix does a great job of getting ahead here. That's a little bit scuffed. I don't agree with him trying to play for the body. It's almost never gonna be the case where you can get a res in moving zone. Gets it kind of a very scuffed area with a tree.
Break the tree.
They decide not to tarp him because they don't really have the mats to control it. And comms that we're gonna probably have to just all or nothing a certain play.
Do you have a bouncer?
No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't use it.
You used it.
Kreo kind of gets ahead. This tree kind of good for coverage for them, honestly. It's kind of protecting him a tad bit from height.
Bouncer right here.
Clix ends up falling down. And then they get right back together.
My box.
Love that little...
80.
Beautiful. That was so huge from Clix right there.
Chuck smashes, drop your sniper.
Good comms from Illest. Hey, drop your sniper. You don't use it. He gets really, really good mats. He gets full wood.
6 flashes, yes, 6 flashes.
And then Clix gets all this free space on low, and Clix gets there immediately. And it can kind of tarps in very, very well towards mid.
Bro, they died right here. Wait.
Nice.
Box. 80.
Nice.
25 white.
Get the mats.
Follow me.
Nice.
Getting max. I'm max.
His Soka mats.
I'm gonna die, bro. I'm so fucking low.
You're good.
Break the rock.
Look at how scuffed this low grainer is, but look how good it is for placement.
Bro, do you have splashes?
No. This kid on my left was cracked.
My box?
Bro,
Get on, go.
I have 4 builds.
Notice how they're controlling all the space preemptively. What ends up sometimes happening, you have to worry about above. And then Clix goes exactly 1 box over.
I split.
Splits his mats.
I'll take it.
Box. 200.
Coming.
Nice. Oh my god.
2 engine.
That was really, really good.
Purple charge.
It pulls.
Clix, you have so many mats. You have 1,000 mats.
Clix has so many mats.
Kids on our layer.
Above you.
80. I'm harpooning it.
Oh.
Dead.
Nice.
Great stuff from Kreo right there to just recognize he's...
Stay ahead.
Okay.
You have so many mats, Clix. So many mats.
I
Beautiful.
have zero eyes.
Full split now.
I got it. Keep going. I'm harpooning. Okay.
This is really good. Now he has so many mats that they're taking control of all this space on low ground.
If we win this, I'll fall in love with you.
This is exactly what you do.
You drop your shotgun.
This is their best win condition, right? Just use all their mats and contain as much space and kind of let the lobby frag out. They've gotten the picks that they've needed to maximize.
We don't need it. Oh yeah, go.
Comms, they don't need it. I agree with Clix. I don't think that they need it. I think with a full split, they don't need it.
Keep floor coning. We can stick under. It will pull to us. Okay.
Good stuff from Kreo.
My game just crashed. My game just crashed. On my mom's life, my game just crashed.
Good stuff. This is super scuffed now.
Nice. You can take some more of it.
Gets a nice little crack.
No, oh my god.
Ends up accidentally shaking. Beautiful.
so
Reads the
fucking good.
breakthrough. It gets another top 5. Really great job. They maximize their placement extremely well, especially as I do with Illest getting taken out in first zone. They get those necessary picks, and they are playing low ground to a maximum. The biggest takeaway, I can't stick around for very long, but this is cool. You're doing it live. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. The biggest takeaway from just what I've seen just overall is their ability to play low ground. What they do is they get a ton of space if they have mats on low ground, and then they just control. They bully everyone off low ground, and anyone that's above or on the same layer. Either if they're healthy enough, they go for picks, or they got pre-fight damage. You saw Kreo right there. Gets some pre-fight damage, he goes, cracked him. I was like, all right, I'm going to harpoon in, boom, get a nice quick refresh. They get a ton of mats, they create a ton of space. They maximize what is a super scuff situation, which is, again, being down a man in first moving, and they turn it into a top 5. And that is why they've won this tournament so easily.
We love